Hey guys, Dan the Vloggy Man here, and before I start off this vlog, you're probably noticing already, Dan, where are you now? Well, since I haven't been able to make a vlog for you guys in a while because of the craziness of Finals Week and stuff, I haven't been able to tell you that I was able to manage to land an internship here in Minnesota for the summer. So because of that, I obviously need a place to live. So because of that, I decided to sublease a spot in this here house, which I will now give you a tour for you guys. So, let's do this. Alright, so as you can see, this is the main entryway to the house. This is a door right here. Yeah. So as you can see, there's an upstairs in this house, a main level with a kitchen and some other things, and a basement. So we're going to start off by going down into the basement first. Oh, but first, as you can see over here, there's this one door, but it has a padlock on it, so it's probably just some sort of storage thing. Yeah, don't mind some of the tears in the walls and stuff. This house looks like it's been around for a while. So as you can see, I'm now going down to the basement, and don't mind the creaky steps either. And behind this door, it's nothing too exciting, just the breakers for both the main floors of the house. One of them has stuff for the basement too. And as you can see, very low ceilings. Like my head just like barely, like there's just barely enough room for my head to not be touching it. Then to the left right here, we have our bathroom. This is one I'll be mainly using because I have a room down here in the basement, as you will soon see. So yeah, just all your typical stuff. Your toilets, sink, and shower, along with your towels and all your usual stuff. Nothing too exciting, but hey, it's part of the house, so I had to show it. And then there's our shelf, or there's a shelf which me and whoever's living in this room down here, I presume, are sharing. And in case you're wondering, those are my Bluetooth speakers right there. Not sure if I showed you guys in another video or not. And then, so you can easily see this bathroom at night. There's that little Xcel Energy nightlight. Oh, and then also right there, in case you're wondering what that is a fan. Which obviously I will use when I have a shower running. Alright, moving on with the tour. Just a bunch of random stuff right here. Probably from someone else that's subleased this house. And this right here is the laundry room. Yeah. Honestly, nothing too exciting, just countertop space right there for like putting whatever on. I actually don't know what this in this cabinet, I never opened it. Oh, it's an ironing board. Not sure how often I'll be using that actually. So as you can see right here, all your typical laundry room stuff. Washer, the sink for mainly the God, I don't know what it's called, like the main line for the washer goes into. Like I think when it does the spin cycle, a bunch of water would come out of there, so the sink just drains that out. And here is the dryer. Yeah. As you can see, just like your very basic appliances, but hey, they get the job done. And in case you're wondering, they are Roper brand, which is, as you can see, is a brand by Whirlpool. And then over here in this part of the storage room, just a bunch of random storage, including this little tackle box, Risk Star Wars Edition, tabletop air hockey, and this Sunbeam microwave, which when I saw it right away, I was like, oh, I feel like I've seen this microwave before, because if you go back to my tour of my dorm room video for 2012, which is my first year at St. Thomas, you will see that this microwave was in there because that was my roommate's microwave. And then this is just a random thing right here, a beer making kit, pretty cool. Then just some other random things like Kleenex, paper towel, shoes and boots, and all that other good stuff. And then right here, just some other laundry and other related things. Looks like a thing of Clorox bleach, Splash ice melt. Oh, looks like weed spray. Let me see. Or actually, no, that's looks like that's ant killer. I just thought that was a weed spray because of the look at the spray nozzle. Bathroom cleaner bucket, and then there's my stuff of the Tide Pods, Bounce dryer sheets, Resolve Max, stain spray, and then a bunch of other random things. So that is that for the one room. Oh, actually, never opened up this. Well, looks like just extra hoses and stuff. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Oh, and then also back here, set things like the boiler and the hot water heater and stuff. Honestly, essentials for living, of course. And then here is some more interesting stuff. This is, I don't know who it is, but this is someone else that's just living in this room. As you can see, it's just a bunch of their clothes and stuff. Actually, hold on, do these lights work? Yes, they do. There we go, that's better. So as you can see, just a bunch of their clothes, their shoes, and all their stuff in their dresser and everything. Looks like he just has a bunch of books over here, and a bunch of other random things on his couch. What is this? Oh, looks like it's maybe some sort of heater or air purifier of sorts. I don't know. I'm honestly not going to touch any of this stuff because this is someone else's room. My room is over there. We'll be getting to that in a minute or so. Then on this person's windowsill, as you can see, there is a bunch of various liquors. And among them, some of our Johnny Walker Black Label whiskey, or Scotch whiskey, Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey, Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire, which I've had before. Pretty much almost identical to Fireball, but a little bit of a different taste. Jameson and Appleton Estate Jamaica rum. And that's just some of that stuff there. Some sort of little picture frame, some Kleenex, and is it actually an alarm clock? Yes, it is. So, a little alarm clock. Then right here, it looks like that's just his nightstand, his lamp, and those drawers. Don't want to go looking through those because again, this isn't my room, so I don't want to be touching any stuff in here. You know, just touch that clock, but whatever. And now, this is my bedroom we're stepping into. Yeah, don't mind that one light being burnt out. It's whatever. As you can see, there's some stuff that's been kept in this room already because this room is someone else's that I'm subleasing just for the summer, and they just left some of their stuff here. Just like these little decorations and this little nutcracker decoration stuff here on the windowsill. But then I brought some of my stuff along, like that little Nordy puck. You're probably not gonna be able to see it back there. Yeah. And then some things with the Fox Sports North girls, which unfortunately are no more. And also, well, basically all the Fox Sports girls are no more. And then this autographed Nordy card right here. Thing of Kleenex. Little battery powered LED light. It's decent for what it is, but then I just have my lamp right there too. This little air freshener thing, which I actually need to restock. Oh, hold on, do I actually have a new thing in there? I don't know, this is kind of random. It's probably somewhere in my other thing, but it's whatever. That's besides the point though. Anyways, just a little air freshener thing right there. Then moving on to some more exciting stuff. This is I don't know what size this TV is. It looks like it's maybe at least a 30 or 40 some inch TV. It's a Samsung TV, and Samsung makes pretty good TVs. There's a remote for it. And how about I actually turn it on for you guys? Even I won't be able to do too much though because there's no cable at this place, as you will soon see. So yeah, there's that. Obviously no signal because I have nothing hooked up to it. My laptop is currently upstairs on the other TV that is just like this. So yeah. Then below that I have this, or the little, there's a little America thing made out of, that has license plates from various states. Looks to be Mississippi. I don't know what that yellow one is. Maine. Looks like Washington, I think. Colorado, Michigan. Oklahoma, and then Arizona. Then also on the same shelf, I have this Packers digital coin counting jar, which you saw in my most recent tour of my apartment video, or tour of my on-campus apartment video. I don't know, like whatever it's called. So yeah, you've obviously seen that before. And then also right here, I have my Sony SRS A3 speakers. Now, unfortunately, at least as of right now, I will not be able to use these with this TV because I checked on the back of his TV when I first got here and I didn't see an official headphone output or input. So I guess in order to get that sound, I don't know, like maybe I'd have to use some sort of adapter, or I may not be able to hook these up to the TV at all. But if not, that's fine. Like, I've actually got these speakers sound pretty good, so yeah. Then below that of this shelf, don't have too much, just my external hard drive, along with its adapter and USB cable, and a selfie stick. Then right here in this spot of the floor, I have a good old Minnesota Wild blanket I got from someone, and just a regular blankets. Little storage thing right here where I have the Minnesota Wild calendar, thing of sunscreen. Then right here next to my bed, on this little nightstand of sorts, I have my iHome IP9, I think it is. I don't know, if I'm wrong about that, I'll correct myself in the description or with an annotation. Then right next to that, I have this little light. As you can see, it can get pretty bright with that CFL I have installed in it. Good stuff. Oh, I also forgot to mention remote for said iHome. Then on the shelf below, this isn't any of my stuff, this is just stuff that came with the room. There's a stapler, smoke detector, and carbon monoxide alarm, neither of which have any batteries in them. Why? I have no idea. Nothing on the shelf below that. Then also, as you saw, this is my bed. This is obviously where I'm going to be sleeping. Oh, I've always wanted to do this in the video, so... Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to stay like to this for too long, but in case you're wondering, this bed is pretty comfy. So, yeah. Then over here, I'll just use this as a space to keep some of my shoes and stuff. Sorry, don't mind the shadows, because there's not a light in that last part of the fixture. I don't know why. Oh, oops. I'll fix that later. Then right here, I have this kind of janky, but pretty functional closet. Yeah, you'll definitely see that honestly some stuff in this house has been around for a while, but hey, it works still. So yeah, so where I'll be keeping most of my shirts and all my other clothes, obviously. Have my little collection of wild rally towels right there. Yeah, buddy. And that is pretty much that. It's the closet. What do you expect? Yeah, kind of squeaky too, but hey, gets the job done. That's how I like to look at it. Maybe it's back up. Light switch right there, which I presume controls the light in there, but as you saw, there's no bulb installed in that. I don't even think I'll get around to installing a bulb in there because I have more than enough light with those ones, but that's besides the point. Looks like this is a little AC unit right here. Yep. So yeah. Then my laundry basket where I put my dirty clothes. And that is that. Oh, also forgot to mention all the stuff right here. This is just where I'd keep a bunch of random little things like some batteries and some cleaning wipes and stuff for my screens and everything. My giant mountain of hats, like my Preds hat, a few of my wild hat, or all my wild hats and some others. Water bottle. My camcorder, which as you can see is charging up right now. So in case you're wondering what I'm using to record this video, I'm using my iPhone 6. So yeah. Camcorder case, my Bluetooth headphones, and my laptop sleeve. But also, last but not least, power strip down there to plug all that stuff in. My backpack, and this tower fan, which I don't know, maybe I'll get around to using sometime, but honestly I don't know how much I'll really need to use if I have this little AC unit right here. And that is that for this part of the house. Oh, and also you're probably wondering what this is. This is just another way up to one of the main floors, which you will be seeing in a little while. Sorry about it being dark in here. I'm not even gonna bother to turn on the light. And I don't even want to go up those stairs right now because they're kind of janky, but that's besides the point. Turn that off. Yeah, don't mind the squeaking either. And this is kitchen 1 of 2, and I'll show you the other kitchen when I go to the other part, or the second floor of the house. Yeah, that's one interesting thing about this house. It has 2 kitchens. My guess is because this might have used to be a duplex, but then they re-outfitted it to be a house. So, just some windows right there. Fridge, which I have all my stuff in right now, because I'm not exactly sure if I'll be using this fridge or the second fridge, which we'll see in a while too. In the freezer, pretty ordinary stuff. Then just some other random trash bags and other food stuff up there. One of my roommates' Keurigs, or one of my roommates' Keurig, God, I don't know why I had a problem saying that, with my K-Cups, and theirs too. Good stuff. I love my K-Cups. And then there's some of my stuff, like one of my thermoses, this Minnesota Wild light up bottle. I'm not gonna plug it in right now because that's for that light, and that's for that little clock radio. And then here's some of mine and my roommate's stuff up here in one of these cabinets. More stuff up here, like some salts and spices and stuff. Tupperware containers, presumably for leftovers and stuff. And this, it's Whirlpool stove, along with the GE Profile Space Saver XL microwave. Good stuff. Silverware and stuff. Looks like I don't know if that's recycling or garbage, because that's a garbage right there, speaking of which. Other utensils. Measure cups. And oven things, like the oven mitt and rags and stuff. More cooking things, like pans. Then over here, how's this even open? There it goes. Just a bunch of random things, like, looks like some Jello, some sort of tea, and there's some napkins. I was looking for those before. Some napkins, as you can see, and some koozies. And yes, in case you're wondering, this Minnesota Wild one is mine, obviously. Some glasses and shot glasses, of course. Other random things. And more stuff. And dishes, cups, and some other food stuff. Good stuff. Then right here it looks like this is one of my roommates' pure water purifier. Some paper towels, knives, spaghetti, Parmesan cheese, and bread. Also some frosted mini wheats, all of which are one of my roommates, I presume. Little drawing rack for some dishes. Sink. Oh, so you know how that works. Light switch right there. I don't know why those two are taped off. And the security system, which I don't even think they use. And yeah, that's just a bunch of other random stuff. Whirlpool dishwasher. Nothing fancy, but it looks like it gets the job done. So, yeah. Alright, now let's move on to the next parts. Here is one of the bedrooms here on the first floor. I don't even know if someone's staying in this one. It doesn't look like it because the bed's stripped and looks like there's nothing here on this desk and everything. So yeah, this room looks pretty bare for someone staying in it. Nope, looks like no one's in this room. And this is one of two small closets. As you can see, quite a bit of a different setup from my room. And yeah, those drawers are empty. Bunch of Robin right there. Kind of random, but it's whatever. And there's a second of two mini closets. And here is another one of my roommate's bedrooms, because as you can see, looks like there's a bunch of stuff in here. Not going to go too much in depth into this room because, again, I don't want to be moving any stuff around. So, yeah, that is another bedroom. And looks like they have a pretty much same size closet as the other room I just showed. So, that is that for in here. And here is the first floor bathroom. As you can see, it has a tub and shower with this kind of curtain setup, so that's interesting. Well, both of the switches do work here. Interesting. So as you can see, yep, it has that little light and fan setup, complete with this sink and your usual toilet. So yeah, honestly, nothing too exciting. It's a bathroom. What do you expect? Alright, let's get on with things. Here is the common area for this first floor. As you can see, there's this table here, which looks like it'd be for something like just standing around, maybe standing around and drinking, or playing something like beer pong, as you will see in a little while. And as you can see, they decorated it with a bunch of bottle caps, which I think is awesome because I'm huge into drinking beer and everything. So yeah. Then here's how this room is decorated. That is a lie because I didn't have cans and bottles on because I looked under there. No recycle bin. So clearly they've forgotten to take that down. Cool light fixture there. Windows and blinds. And this, and that's pretty much this part of the room. And as you can see, here's the main part of this common room. As you can see, it has a window right there, just some beer space, and this couch. Good stuff. Let's see, does this light actually work? Oh, it does. There we go. So, should have a little light in here. Little bar here, which I will come around to and show you what's around here. Don't mind some of this mess here. Not sure if you can even see it. And inside this fridge, you're not even gonna be able to see because I don't have the brightness set right, or I don't even have light on. Hey, that's besides the point. But as if you could see, I have, well, me and my roommates have some beer and other drinks of sort in here. Yeah. Then over here, just a bunch of random stuff. Ping pong balls, which, as I said before, probably are for beer pong. And some more random stuff like some cups, and it looks like a fan. You're not going to be able to see that. Oh, and I also forgot to show you this. So, this right here, interestingly enough, is another entryway to this house. This is, as my roommates have said, this is the least of the two used ways to get in, because as you saw before, there's an entryway that, well, through his kitchen and stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna go up these stairs because this is like the least common way to get up. But as you can see, there's just a bunch of random stuff like up there, like a little storage container and someone's bike. Oh, what's this right here? Oh, it's mail. Interesting. So I guess that's where mail gets dropped off. Oh, and that's another little one. I'm not gonna show it. Nope. So that one's empty, looks like. Ooh, let's put this up to the side. There we go. And turn this light off. And this one too. Alright, moving on up to the second level of this house. As you can see, this is kitchen number 2 of 2. Yes, I know, interesting. First side of the house, I was honestly surprised that there's a second kitchen. We'll get to that in a little bit though. But right here, this is a door out to this little area on the roof, which technically, I was told by the person who spotted himself leasing that we're technically not supposed to go out there, but we could if we want. Yeah, it does. I'm not gonna even bother to open that door. But as you can see, well, you really can't see, this is a little roof area. Seems like it'd be a patio thing, but technically I was told by the person who's subleasing by that the landlord said couldn't be out there on that part of the roof, but yeah, it is what it is. Then right here, this is another little place to do laundry. I presume it'd be for the people who live up here. As you can see, this is a stacked Frigidaire washer and dryer. This is like one of the kind of units you'd see at an apartment. So, yeah, interesting. Alright, and here's kitchen number 2 of 2. Pretty much an identical setup to the one downstairs. Fridge right here. I'm not going to open it because I don't have any of my stuff in here. Cabinets. And I'm not going to open up any of these cabinets because it's pretty much identical to downstairs, with the exception of the fact that they're just light switch right here, not that little, I'm guessing not used, security system control panel right there. And yeah, toaster oven looks like, a bunch of random little snacks. And up here it's a little bit different because this is just a GE Space Maker microwave oven as opposed to Space Maker XL microwave oven in the kitchen downstairs. And then below this is a GE Profile stove and oven. Yeah. Then up here, another slight difference is in the dishwasher. This is a Kenmore dishwasher as opposed to, I think it's a Whirlpool dishwasher downstairs. I don't know. Or I can't remember. Then up here, this is one of the bedrooms. I discovered I can't get into it because, oh, actually, there's a lock in it, but it's not unlocked. I'm not going to go in anyway. And discovered this is a bare bedroom, so it looks like no one's living in here for summer. And as you can see, with nothing in here, there's a good echo. Echo! Yeah. switch is weird. There we go. And here is the second floor bathroom. Obviously, again, an identical setup to the bathroom and the floor just below this one, so I'm not going to go into detail in here. And here is this common area for the second floor. As you can see, things are set up quite a bit different for this floor as compared to the first floor. So as you can see right here, light switch to control this light right there. Thermostat right there. American flag decorating this wall. And as opposed to downstairs, looks like this is a table that me and my roommates would eat at when we eat all together, I'd presume for dinner mainly. So yeah. And as before, this common area is set up quite a bit different from downstairs, because as you can see, we have a couch right here, TV with, yes, in case you can't see that, these are rabbit ears or an antenna right here. So yeah, as I said before, well, as I mentioned before, no cable in this house, but honestly, I'm fine with that because we have Netflix on that Xbox 360 down there, so that's fine. And plus, I have YouTube on my computer and stuff too, so yeah. And not sure if you can see that right here, but this is that same Samsung TV that was in my bedroom down in the basement, along with the Xbox 360s I just mentioned before, and all that other good stuff. So yeah. Then right here we have my MacBook Pro, which I have hooked up to this TV. Oh, looks like this TV turned off automatically because I haven't used it in a while. Random gambling, but whatever. Then right here, I have some stuff that I've been laying out for a while because I've been chilling here just by myself. Because I think my other roommates are maybe home with their families for this Memorial Day weekend. Sorry for that abrupt cut there. I just needed to use the bathroom quick. Did you need to know that? Probably not. So we're not going to get into detail about that. So as you can see right here, right now I have my little lap desk with my awesome mouse pad and magic mouse, because as you saw right there, I have my MacBook Pro connected to this here TV. Right here, also an Xbox 360 controller for that, obviously, the Xbox 360 itself. And then another little couch right here. And then, also, in case you're wondering what these doors are. Oh, this one. I didn't even look in here. Looks like this is just a storage thing for a vacuum and some other things. Good stuff. And this is the other entryway up to here. And there's that bike again. Oh, there we go. Yep, so as you can see, obviously the house has been around for a while and it's seen a fair share of wear and tear, but hey, you know what? It's a house we'll be living in for just the summer, so it'll get the job done. So thank you guys for joining me for this long-winded tour of this here house. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wrap this video up. Actually, before I do, I just remembered there's something I forgot to show you. So one more thing before I wrap this up. Here in the kitchen, I forgot to show you this before. Up here on this shelving and on tops of the cabinets are some various beer bottles and stuff. Well, yeah, it's just all beer bottles. So yeah. As you can see, my roommates I'm with really love to drink beer, so I love that. So guys, now for real, that is it for this long-winded tour of my house we'll be staying in the summer. So before I end this video, I just want to remind you to like this video if you enjoyed it, of course. Also be sure to comment below saying what you're doing this summer or just whatever you want to say. Also, last but not least, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Subscribing just means subscribe to me just shows that you appreciate my content, and you also want to be the first to know about my content when it comes out. So if you want to do that, please be sure to do so. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, my names on there are both Wild and Preds fan. And in case you're wondering how Preds is spelled, it's Preds. So once again, that's Wild and Preds fan for both Twitter and Instagram. So now I'm out of here for real, guys. It is a little after midnight, and I had to be getting to sleep pretty soon for my internship I have starting tomorrow. So now all I've left to say is peace.